Welcome everyone. Welcome to my channel, Simply Katona, Unleash Your Inner Unicorn. If this is your first time here, welcome. I am so excited to be uploading my first YouTube video. And what better way to do my first opening with a tutorial, a makeup tutorial. A little bit about me. I am a beauty guide with Limelife by Alcone. Oh, love it. Love this company. Pretty much all the products that I use in this tutorial is by Limelife by Alcone, except about 2 to 3 products are going to be from elsewhere. So if you are wanting to know how I created this soft glam look, which I'm calling it the upside down pineapple look, stay tuned. And most importantly, I want to build my channel. I want to do more makeup, beauty, DIYs type of videos. So please make sure you subscribe and like my video. And if there's anything that you would love to see, definitely leave it down below in the comment section. And I am so happy that you are here. So stay tuned, keep watching, and let's get into how I created this upside down pineapple look. Thank you guys. Let's get right on in with our Limelife by Alcone primer spray. Mist it across my face, fan it dry. I'm going to use my powder brush just to pat the primer spray on in to my skin. Get it nice and primed. Then we're going to move on to covering up these blemishes using our concealer brush by Limelife and our number 5 waterproof concealer to cover up my acne blemishes. I love how our concealer is waterproof, is 50% pigmented, and it's also wax based. Now let's cover up these dark circles again using the number 5 concealer to cover up these acne blemishes. I love that I don't need to use too much concealer and it gets the job done and the coverage is amazing. I'm going to use our buffer brush to buff the concealer on out and to get a fuller coverage over my eyelids. Just making sure it's really well blended. Now I'm going to be using the Real Technique brush to use my translucent press powder by Limelife, and I'm just going to press it into my eyelids and underneath to make sure that my concealer does not crease. I don't want my concealer to crease into the folds and lines on my eyes. Now I'm going to move on to my brows using our setting spray, our brow tamer. I'm going to dip it on in to the setting spray. Now I'm going to be taking Brownie Points eyeshadow, and I'm just going to be using it as a pomade to fill my brows on in. So I like to follow the natural outline of my brows, and I like to give my brows a nice arch, so I just fill them on in using the eyeshadow pomade. And now I'm just taking the eyeshadow to just fill in the middle portion of my brows. And I do light strokes. Now let's zoom in a little bit closer. You see I'm following the natural outline of my brows. Doing the same motion up top, following the outline. I'm going to take a little bit more product to fill in the middle portion. Just very light strokes and light product. And now I'm filling in the beginning of the eyebrows. Spooling in them out a little bit so they won't be too dark in the front. Now I'm going to be taking the number 5 concealer again to carve my brows on out. I'm going to be following the outline of my brows again, and any excess concealer I'm going to blend downwards to my eyelids, and any extra concealer above I'm going to blend upwards. Same motion. I'm going to follow the outline on the top as well, and then just blend the concealer on out. Moving on to the other eye, I like to make sure my brows are nice and carved out perfectly. So I take my time during this step to make sure that I don't mess up my shape. And I want to make sure that my brows are on fleek. So I take my time with carving them out and making sure I'm really getting that concealer and following the outline. And then excess concealer I will blend out. Now I'm just going to spoolie the front To get that fade, I'm going to use this blending brush to blend the excess concealer on out. Now, brows are done. We're moving on to the eyeshadow. Now I'm going to be using this Cream Boat eyeshadow by Limelife as a base shadow for my eyes. Just spreading it all over my eyelids just to get a nice base. Now I'm going to go in with Taupe for the Best. It's a nice ashy brown neutral color. I love how it gives me that nice smoky brown. And I'm just doing windshield wiper motions to apply this color into the crease. Going back in to get a little bit more of Taupe for the Best to apply to my eyelid and putting it back into the crease. Windshield wiper motions. You want to make sure your eyeshadow is always blended. So remember, windshield wiper motions. Now let's take I'll Always Love You, this beautiful green by Limelife, and I'm going to work it into the outer corner of the crease. I want to keep that ashy brown in the inner corner and have this beautiful forest green on the outside of the outer eye. So again, I'm just taking windshield wiper motions to get it on in. Now I'm taking this Antiki bar color, again by Limelife, and I'm just patting that on in to the lid of my eyes. And I'm using this small eyeshadow brush by Limelife. And this is my favorite eyeshadow. Antiki bar. I love the copper shimmer and it's a beautiful color. Doing the same thing over here on this other eye, just working Antiki bar onto the lid. I'm making sure that I get it all over the eyelid and that is nice and perfect. And now I'm just blending Taupe for the Best and I'll Always Love You together. Let's do some eyeliner. This is our perfect eyeliner by Limelife by Alcone. I'm doing nice thin line over my eye. I don't want my eyeliner too thick. I just want a nice, simple, thin liner. And with this hair-like tip, it allows me to do just that. I love, 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 love our perfect eyeliner. So easy to apply and easy to use. Now we're gonna go on over to the next eye and apply a thin line over my eyelid. I concentrate majorly when I'm doing my eyeliner. Do not want to poke myself in the eye. And I'm just making sure no gaps. I want to make sure it's a nice solid line on both eyes. Now let's move on to our perfect mascara by Limelife. I'm just raking this mascara through my eyelashes. I love this mascara because it's a beeswax mascara. It leaves my eyelashes feeling very moisturized and beautiful. Now let's put on these red Aspen eyelashes. These are the Miss eyelashes. And while I wait for my glue to dry, I'm just gonna fix my brows a little bit. I'm gonna use our brow gel in shade number 2 medium to just fill in my brows and to also lay the brow hairs down and to add a little bit of color to the front of my brows. I'm gonna take our clear brow gel to just lay the hairs down. Now eyelashes are dried, we're gonna apply them on to my lid. I'm taking this Tarte lash tweezer and I'm just applying the false lashes. These were my first time using red Aspen lashes and the glue, and I must say that I really, really like the product, so I will be using these lashes again, and the glue was phenomenal. And I'm just adjusting the lashes on my eyes to make sure that they sit nice and low to my natural lash line. Just using my finger to pinch my false lashes and my real lashes together. Now let's move on to my favorite part, foundation. Taking MB5, MB6, and my diffuser brush. You just need a little bit of foundation because our foundation is 50% pigment, is wax base, and look at this foundation in action. I'm using our diffuser brush, which is also my favorite brush to use to apply my foundation. And I'm just working both MB5 and MB6 into my skin, and I'm just buffing it on out. I like to go in circle motions to apply my foundation because I love the flawless airbrush-like finish that it gives me. Don't mind me, I am jamming out to my Pandora station, and she was playing some good music, y'all. Now I'm using my smaller buffer brush to use a little bit more foundation to go around my brows to cover up that concealer from when I used it for my brows, and going underneath my eyes to really blend out the foundation to make sure everything is good. Now I'm using this Tarte Tape Shape to highlight my face. Now I'm taking the Black Radiance contour stick and I'm contouring my nose with it, my cheek, my forehead, underneath my lip. And now I'm gonna take this Morphe flat buffer brush to blend the concealer on out underneath my eyes. The purpose of applying the concealer underneath my eyes is to give a more of a awake look, to lighten underneath the eyes, and it just draws attention to underneath the eyes. So I'm just using this buffer brush to blend it on in. Now I'm taking this contour brush to blend in the contour that I used on my nose, and I'm just buffing it on out, working that concealer on in. And then I'm taking that Morphe brush again to work in the lighter concealer on in. Same thing on my forehead, just buffing it on out. Now I'm taking our Limelife by Alcone bronzer, number 7 by Danessa, and I'm using a little bit of that to blend the cream contour on out. So I'm using a little bit of powder and a little bit of cream to blend the bronzer and contour on out. Now I'm using a little bit more of that powder to blend the cheeks on out as well. We want nice carved cheekbones. And I'm using our fan brush by Limelife by Alcone to do this. I love how nice and thick the fan brush is, and it gets really the job done. Now I'm just gonna blend a little bit of that concealer that's underneath the contour on out with my blending brush. Now I'm taking this Morphe powder brush and I'm using our translucent powder to pat underneath my eyelids to set the concealer underneath my eyes again, and everywhere else that I put the concealer at, I want to make sure that it sets and it's not going to crease. And I'm also just taking a little bit of the translucent powder and applying it all over my face to absorb any extra oils from the foundation and from my face. Yes, girl, look at the contoured face. Now I'm gonna take our Limelife by Alcone eyeshadow, and I'm just gonna take this gorgeous yellow shade and I'm gonna work it underneath my waterline to give me a nice smoked out yellow to go with my upside down pineapple look. And I'm just using this Morphe brush just to apply the color underneath my waterline. Then I'm going to take another Morphe blending brush to just blend that on out to give it like a nice smoked out look a little bit, or I should say a more blended out look. And I'm making sure I don't get the eyeshadow into my eyes. Now I'm taking this NYX white liner and working it into my waterline. I want my eyes to look awake, look like they have a nice pop to them. So I'm using this white eyeliner. Now I'm going to be using our Perfect Mascara to apply to my bottom lashes. Now I'm taking a live blush by Limelife and I'm applying it to the apples of my cheeks. Our blushes are very pigmented, so I'm going in little by little to build the color on up. And I love this blush, how natural and soft it is. Now I'm taking this eyeshadow, Sweet Dreams, and I'm going to use it as a highlight, but first I wanted to set my face with our setting spray, and I'm working that in with our buffer brush. Now I'm going to take the Sweet Dream eyeshadow, and I'm going to use it to highlight, glow my face, and I'm just using a nice highlighting brush to work the eyeshadow on in. It gives you a nice shimmer, a nice glow. I love our Sweet Dream eyeshadow because it can act as an eyeshadow and as a highlighter. And again, I'm just highlighting the highest point of my cheeks, my little nose, the bridge of my nose, the chin, the nose again, the bridge of my nose, the little sides of my forehead. I love a glowed nose. And I'm using it to highlight the inner corner of my eyes. Now let's get rid of this little unibrow. I'm taking that buffer brush by Limelife and I'm buffing that away. That unibrow is gone. I'm taking our NYX liner, the brown liner, to just outline my lips. And I'm just outlining my lips, and I like to work the liner further into my lip corner to get a nice kind of full cover lip liner. Yes, Pandora was playing some good music, y'all. Jamming out. Now we're going to take Chocolate Ganache by Limelife by Alcone and Danessa line. And I'm going to apply this beautiful, 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 beautiful chocolate ganache to my lips. Like, this is one of my favorite enduring lip colors by Limelife. Let's appreciate this color and how gorgeous it is. Now I'm going to apply a little bit of that Sweet Dream highlight to the Cupid's bow of my lips. And I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch my video. Please make sure you like and follow and subscribe. Bye.